Welcome, everybody. I'm Maria Antoniadou. I am an associate professor at the Dental School of the University of Athens. And together with our guest today, Dr. Anastasias Mοίρα, we are here to discuss our well-designed program on leadership in healthcare. And as a part of it, we have organized this free webinar that is introduced as Leading Beyond the Cave, Inner Strength in Uncertain Times. With Anastasia, we are working on this project the last 2 or 3 years. She's one of the best, I think, researchers on leaderships that I have known already. And so I really am very glad and honored that we are working together on this project. So Anastasia, welcome again.
Thank you, Maria. The honor is mine. Thank you for honoring me with your collaboration.
Yeah.
And that you offer me this great opportunity to address the healthcare community in order to communicate them this new approach in leadership.
Yeah. So exactly, it is a new approach, what we have already discussed over the previous year. And this is our first free webinar for this academic year. So let's start quite dynamic and discuss about this really innovative approach that we have already launched last year. So tell us exactly what was the cause that, it was, let's say, the spark for you to address the theme.
I designed this program because firstly and outmost, I really wanted to help people. Sartre said that hell is other people, and he was right to a certain degree, because a lot of suffering comes from the behaviors and actions of other people. And actually, the incentive for me to build the cave approach that afterwards led to our leadership program was offered to me through a personal ordeal, let's say, that was caused by the criminal acts of other people against me. Crime, especially felony, is catastrophic. It can destroy your life, and it affects a lot of people around you. It's like someone has dragged the rug out of your feet. But this approach literally saved my life, and I was lucky enough that this crime that happened to me was a white-collar crime, because not only it offered me the incentive to turn this evil into something good to offer to my community, to the world, but also it illuminated the fundamental causes of ineffective and inefficient performance. So it was a double benefit, let's say, for me.
Okay. And so which are, to your, let's say, way of thinking, the causes of this ineffective and inefficient behavior that you already were addressed on you?
In 2 words, natural dispositions. I think these are the fundamental causes of all ineffective and inefficient performance. Natural dispositions.
What do you mean by natural dispositions?
Natural dispositions refer to the spontaneous resources to stimuli, what we commonly name as a character or personality, or differently ethical profile. This defines people's capability to be effective and efficient in every context. Natural dispositions may lead to good choices or bad choices randomly. And we are interested to ensure that performance is consistently effective and efficient, not randomly effective and efficient. And this is why it is so important that we control our natural dispositions, so that not to spontaneously respond to conditions and other people's behaviors.
That was what Aristotle was saying.
This approach is an Aristotelian approach, fundamentally, but not only. Ultimately, it is an approach that relies on Aristotelian virtues, and this is the way how leadership is enacted, through the virtues. But it is also a modern approach that relies on modern management, and it relies a lot on physics, thermodynamics, Newtonian physics, linear causality, and quantum physics.
Yeah, okay.
But to return to our discussion, I will say that it is very important to control natural dispositions, and we can understand this if we only consider how other people's behaviors and actions affect our performance. I'm sure that you can recall, and our audience can recall of certain incidents from their experience, where the behavior of a colleague or a patient or a subordinate or a supervisor or manager in a healthcare organization has affected their performance. Sometimes the behavior of our friends and family affects our performance, or even the behavior of a person that we have never seen in our life before, and a random interaction with someone we don't know might even affect our performance if it happens, let's say, a while before we enter our office. Because we are human beings and we are not machines, and we respond to stimuli emotionally and behaviorally without having always the opportunity to control our reactions, unless we are trained to do so. And we apply deliberately and consciously an effort to control our natural responses, spontaneous responses, and select the appropriate ones in order to ensure that these responses, our behaviors and actions, best serve the context, the particular context in which we function every moment, every point.
Yeah, that is what we should expect from everybody and from ourselves too. So how can you say that the leadership program could help then us to develop skills that would, control somehow these behaviors?
Commonly, leadership programs develop skills, and skills are good to have, of course, and very helpful. And all leadership programs teach people things that didn't know before, and they help them develop skills that in the future can be applied under certain conditions to foster their performance. But the problem is that a skill might be appropriate under X conditions, but inappropriate under Y conditions to bring the desired results. A skill is a fixed thing that linearly brings a desired outcome. However, this outcome cannot be attained in the same way under different conditions, which makes skills also obsolete after some time. The capability to effectively use our skills consistently, again, relies on our natural dispositions. Because natural dispositions can hamper our ability to effectively apply our knowledge and skills too. So again, we come to the same bottom line. We cannot be effective unless we develop the capability to control our natural dispositions.
Okay. Can you give us some more examples so that we can understand this more?
Let's suppose that in a training program, among the skills that you develop is the communication skills, let's say, how to communicate effectively with patients and colleagues. You cannot apply the same behavioral steps to all patients or patients and to colleagues. there need to be absolutely some adaptations, let's say, some differentiations in the approach. And this is why there is so high specialization in the skills. And for example, you have different skills, different communication skills for the interactions with patients, and different with the interactions with your colleagues in the healthcare environment. Also, you may need different communication skills when you deal with anxious patients.
That is true, yeah.
As opposed to more cool, let's say, patients. Yeah. And even, of course, two different anxious patients cannot be treated in the same way. If you want to bring the same good results, you need to follow different approaches, because every condition is different. And even every person is different in different points in time. We are not the same people in different points in time. Actually, we're different people. Yeah. And the person that communicates, let's say, that leads the communication with the other person, also is different in different points in time. As I said, we have natural dispositions, which means that the reactions of other people in the process of communication trigger different emotions to us and different thoughts, which comprises a different internal landscape, let's say, in us. So we're different people. And what is important is that to be aware of our spontaneous responses, as I said, so that to be able to control the situation and make the choices that are appropriate in every context.
So we learn this skill. So we learn these skills, but we do need to make more a custom-made, let's say, approach.
It would be ideal if we had the opportunity to know the future conditions, so that to develop different skills appropriate to address every unique different situation. However, this is impossible for the bare reason that we live in a VUCA environment of continuous and unpredictable change, and we will never be able to know the exact conditions that we are going to face in the future, so that in advance to develop the skills that are appropriate in order to address these situations. This is why skills will soon become obsolete.
Okay.
So, technical skills, no, because as progress, as a
technology, yes,
new knowledge is produced,
yeah,
and technology progresses. Of course, new technical skills are going to be developed, but as far as the soft skills are concerned, I am almost positive that in the future the soft skills will become obsolete, and their position will take the most fundamental skills, competencies that we are talking about in this program.
So that is because you say that the let's say the communication with others and the others are making our life difficult, as we said in the beginning.
Yes, it is part of the picture. It is part of the picture, because other people's behaviors and actions shape our environment. They are part of the continuously changing conditions, let's say. As we need to respond differently to different conditions, we also need to respond differently to different behaviors, which we cannot predict. Especially human behaviors are unpredictable. And I will say that this is why there is unpredictability in nature, because there is human consciousness, which reacts, let's say, in unpredictable way to stimuli and the changes in the environment, creating more change. So other people is our hell. Sartre was right, because they behave in different ways that we cannot predict, and sometimes they give us very hard time, and they interfere with our effort to be productive, and they interfere with our capability even to apply knowledge and skills in order to bring the desired results. But ultimately, the higher authority here is not others, it is us. It's our consciousness. So what we need to control is our reactions to others' behaviors. Others are responsible for their own behaviors and actions and their own responses to stimuli. But we are responsible for our own behaviors, our own performance. Our performance is shaped out of our behaviors and actions, out of our choices. And the only control we have is upon our choices. We cannot control others.
So that is
at least not constantly. And it is not a good thing to want to control others. What is healthy to do is to control ourselves and our own performance. And we have unlimited capability to do so. We have absolute freedom to control our responses. And that's why our responsibility for our actions is also absolute.
It's where
leadership.
It's where thinking is coming into. It's not only the emotions, it is also our way of thinking that it's coming into the equation.
Of course. Leadership is about controlling ourselves. It's about controlling not only our emotions, as you very well said, it's about controlling our spontaneous behavior reactions to others, but also it's about controlling our thinking. Because thinking might not always lead to the right conclusions, let's say, to the conclusions that imply the appropriate behaviors and actions that are needed in order to linearly bring the desired results in every context.
And so if skills cannot help us, then what do you think is the solution?
It is, in one word, again, adaptability. Adaptability is the key. Now, there are many approaches that can help people to be adaptable in different environments, again, once more. But the question is, the $1 million question is, how can one be adaptable at all conditions?
Yes.
And what is adaptability? Does it identify with survival? Does it identify with resilience?
Could be.
These are different notions that are very common in today's discussions about leadership. That's why I bring them up. And what is resilience? What is resilience? Is it self-care? Is it optimism? Is it strong support systems? Is it flexible thinking?
Maybe all.
Because these are some of the things that are used in order to define resilience. It is not any of them separately. It is all of them. Because you cannot be resilient if you care about yourself only. This is not sufficient to ensure resilience. Can support systems ensure resilience? Not on their own. They cannot. Can flexible thinking ensure resilience? No, on its own.
Itself, yeah.
Cannot. You need to have a combination of all. So again, the question is, how can you ensure all of them?
Yeah. Okay. We come up to a certain strict and interesting question. So where do we stand actually after all this discussion about leadership?
Right now, we are still at block 1 in regards to leadership. I have to stress that. And I'm saying so because we don't even know what leadership is. We have many different definitions, but we haven't defined leadership in a comprehensive way that is commonly accepted and uniformly applies in all contexts. So no comprehensive definition, no skills. We don't know yet which are the leadership skills that can uniformly apply, can be uniformly applied in every context in order to lead. let's say, and bring the desired results of leadership.
Yeah, but there is where we come to make it a little bit different.
The difference.
Yes,
the difference, the huge difference that we bring is that we bring a comprehensive definition for leadership.
Exactly.
We managed to do so because we offer the unique comprehensive theory of leadership worldwide, to the best of my knowledge. Our definition of leadership doesn't refer to some aspects of leadership. Exactly. It defines leadership overall as a system. It is a process. Leadership is a process, which basically is a process of adaptability. This is something that it is acknowledged for the last 15 years at least, that leadership is a process of adaptability. But the great question is how is it applied in practice? How is it translated into skills? How is it translated into guidelines that can be offered to people so that people can practice leadership?
Yes, practice it. Yeah, everybody needs practical tools today. So yes, that's a very good point you are applauding.
And this is the bottom line, and this is the difference. Another difference that this program brings, which of course relies on the former one. Unless you have a comprehensive definition of leadership, unless you grasp it in a comprehensive way, it is impossible to offer comprehensive guidelines that can be applied in practice in every context. But yes, we offer guidelines to people in order to apply leadership in every context.
So exactly, that is our huge competitive advantage, actually, of the CAVE approach. I mentioned it in the beginning, but that's the base of our CAVE SL program. Okay, and I do believe that it's an aha moment for all participants because exactly of this universal way that we see the whole thing of leadership. Yeah. Yes. So can you tell us more about why and to how this program differs, let's say, from the rest?
Okay, I'll give you a little more because then I should have to develop the whole theory, but I will only tell you right now, because I understand that our time is very limited, that the CAVE approach, our program, our leadership program, which relies on the CAVE approach, offers the universal and timeless standards of sustainable behavior, of adaptive behavior.
Okay.
For example, instead of proposing specific behavior steps and actions to be taken in order to attain specific contextual results, as it happens with all other leadership programs, it offers the criteria, the universal criteria, which when applied at any given condition, show the behavior and action that is effective and efficient under the particular present condition.
Great. Okay.
And this is what leadership is about, as I said before. In this model, leadership is a process to be adaptable, to be sustainable, to be resilient, to be healthy and happy. And happy, which is very, very important. Content and satisfied. And this is why it is a sustainable process, because it is self-sustained. It offers people satisfaction, which again encourages its continuous application.
Great.
And it is comprehensive because it is a single approach, that helps people attain all the above.
And in this sense, it is very practical. So let's say
it is amazing. It simplifies everything. It's very practical, and I would like to stress that it is value for money. because it is one thing, one approach for everything.
Exactly.
For all.
Exactly. Okay. And we do keep a practical methodology also, because we do know that everybody, you know, is rushing out of time and everything. So we really value also the time that we spend with our participants and everything. So we offer practical tools. We do everything in the webinars, and it really is a very, let's say, innovative methodology for, you know, studying and learning leadership, I think. Huh? Yeah.
Listen, in regards to methodology, I would like to stress two things in order for our audience to understand, to have an idea of what learning approach will be followed. I would like just to say that this is an hybrid methodology. We follow both synchronous and asynchronous learning processes. Of course, it is interactive. We have exercises, we have virtual meetings where we can discuss questions, ideas, comments. We can also further elaborate on certain notions that are of greater interest, let's say, among the participants. The program is divided in two major parts. In the first part, they will be introduced to the underlying theory. It is the most theoretical, let's say, part, but it is not only theory. It is interactive too. But the second part is more hands-on. It is even more interactive, of course, practical, and most importantly, it is most personalized. I need to highlight this point because the program uses the patented, let's say, CAVE report. It is a patented learning tool, personalized learning tool. What does it do? It offers participants the insight into their personal natural dispositions and helps them to understand how these might impair their capability to apply their acquired knowledge and skills, and to realize how they can affect their overall performance on the emotional level, on the intellectual level, and on the physical level, the bodily level, and also offers them the universal criteria of sustainability I mentioned earlier, so that to be able to control these natural dispositions against the universal and timeless sustainability standards, to ensure that they will make appropriate choices of the right behaviors and actions in every context that bring the desired good results.
Okay. So we do have a hybrid methodology, a lot of practical tools, also the patented tool, CAVE approach, and it is, as you said, value for money. So we are going to run this circle on March, actually, 2026. We will start it then. Up to then, we're going to offer more free webinars and discussions on leadership. It's a subject, I think, that, you know, everybody can have an opinion, but everybody doesn't really know exactly what leadership is. So we do have to make this known to the public.
We know. That's for sure.
We know.
At least we know what leadership is.
Yes, that's why we have to bring it forward, you know, to the healthcare community, to our colleagues, and, you know, make them more, let's say, close to this sustainable, let's say, approach. So I do have to thank you for this. It was our first webinar. We thank our audience. We thank all those who are, you know, following us and are really, you know, the cause of what we are doing and we continue to do. We hope to see you again in our next free webinar, which is in a couple of weeks. So thank you all. Thank you, Anastasia. See you all. Everything is on our site, Leader Edu. You can see it, and you can follow us on YouTube too. So thank you all.
Bye-bye.